YouTube, what is up? So, I was thinking today we'd finish off the Stilt-man Build-A-Figure. And the more I thought about it, I think it'd be more better if we, more better, is that even a word? I think it'd be a lot better if we took these figures and went at them individually. And we're going to get them all done today. So, be on the lookout for that. We did already review the Hand Ninja, which was pretty cool, and I was pleasantly surprised and happy with that. So today we're going to take a look at Peter B Parker. The rest of them we're going to do individual videos for, like I said. And yeah, so Peter B Parker, yeah. I didn't know, I mean, how could I say this? I like the idea of it. I wish he would have had the entire spider suit on, and the body would have been retooled in some way where they would have gave him like a gut or something. Because in actuality, it kind of looks very similar to the old Spider-Man that we got with the suit. Like, for example, I'll just show you the six-arm Spider-Man. I think his suit would have been very reminiscent to this had they given us a Spider-Man, and maybe with the unmasked, Peter B. Parker head. And I think that would have been fine. I think the mold they would have used would have been quite possibly I want to say Spider-Man 2, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is that right? The Andrew Garfield version of him, where it would have looked. I actually have that figure somewhere. So essentially, these two modes are very much the same. Like as far as like the legs are concerned and the line work, they resemble each other very much so. For the exception of, we know the six-armed Spider-Man doesn't have the ab crunch, the waist swivel, and all the other goodness. But for the most part, they're very similar to each other, right? And the way they're made, and the web line work on them is very, very similar. But yeah, we didn't get that, and I think in the future this is going to be something that we do get. So here's his read up here. Peter Parker mentors Miles Morales and all new Spider-Man to understand the importance of power and responsibility. So yeah, and initially I kind of was like, yeah, this is a cool wave, but now it's really starting to grow on me to the point of where yeah, I can't wait for them to make more figures from Into the Spider-Verse. So I'm happy about it. One thing with this wave that I liked, that we got four figures from Into the Spider-Verse. We got an army builder, and we got an obscure character that normally we wouldn't get. Now, the Build-A-Figure probably could have been an individual figure in itself, but how were we going to get like these long stilts with him? I mean, they could have given us, I think, two sets of legs, or one set of legs, or one set of the extensions, the stilts, and an extra one would have been fine. So let's say two of the long pipings and the bottom foot would have been perfectly fine. But if we're gonna buy all these hand ninjas and it works perfectly, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it, but he could have been an individual figure. But I'm okay with it, and to be honest, I don't know with this wave what else we could have gotten, maybe besides the a penny and SPDR, maybe the Kingpin from the movie. I think they're saving that. I could see the Kingpin being a deluxe Into the Spider-Verse figure, and so forth, with and very similarly with the SPDR figure. They could do the same thing. Spider-Ham, not too sure how to feel about that right now, because it looks like just like a little tiny PVC character, and that's pretty much what it is. Maybe it has a head joint. Maybe we could switch heads with the other Spider-Ham. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. But In this video, we're going to talk about Peter B Parker. The other videos will be a lot shorter. We'll talk about them individually, but this is probably going to be like the longer video, maybe a couple minutes long. We're already 5 minutes in. Wow. Anyway, so Peter B Parker from Earth TRN 701. We know that his uncle has pretty much the same story as the normal Peter Parker that we know, right? For the exception of May Parker and Ben Parker are deceased in his timeline, and he did marry Mary Jane Watson, who is when the story takes off is his ex-wife. We don't really know too much about like his background and like if he's affiliated with anyone other than the Spider Gang, which I think he's formally a member of, but they don't really talk about any of this stuff in this story. They give you like just a brief background of him, but yeah, let's get him cracked open. I should have opened him while we were talking. That way, you guys don't have to hear all this package opening or whatever. I could have opened him a long time ago. But there's the side art. Not too bad. Yeah, man, I'm pretty happy about it. I know a few people are gonna want this. I'm talking about like my son and there's a couple other people I gotta send some stuff to from this wave. So I'm probably gonna end up getting a couple of sets of these figures, and I don't think they kind of care about the ninjas so much, but the characters from the movie they're gonna want. So yeah, I might end up keeping their hand ninjas, but that's it's whatever. So almost there. Wow, again, I should open these off camera. But yeah, really solid looking figure. Wow, really stiff too. But yeah, that's a good looking guy. Feels like he's really tall. And I'm gonna say, let's see. Yeah, he's gonna probably be taller than most Spider-Man. So yeah. This is not bad at all. And there's a couple things that I wanted to try, but we'll get to that in a moment. Really good looking figure. Love the 5 o'clock shadow look. Very accurate to the cartoon. Ankles look really funny. I don't know who the hell wears low tops like this anymore. Look at those ankles. Kind of weird looking, but the boot looks really good. Would have been dope if they gave him 2 boots and maybe interchangeable feet. That would have been cool. But yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. Pretty happy about it. The jacket is new. The arms, I don't believe I've seen them before, but it's possible. Because I don't think that's going to be the same thing that we got with Multiple Man. No, not at all. Those are very different. And besides, his is Multiple Man has a single joint, and this has a double joint. So, and it's pinless. The whole thing is actually. Wow, that's pretty dope. I just noticed that. There you go. No pins whatsoever. So, I'm not too sure if they're giving us pinless technology because it looks better or to keep people from customizing figures. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, this is pretty cool. We're going to switch out his head for a second. Let's see. Okay. So, pretty stiff. That's also a good look too. So one thing he did come with would have been a, let's see, a cup with a straw, and this is soft. It's not really bendy, but it's a soft material where it's not going to get damaged, and that fits really fine into his hand, like so. Not bad at all. One thing I did want to see if the six-arm Spider-Man head would fit on the body and how that would look. And off the bat, it's not going to work at all. Um, the two head joints are very different, so that's not going to work. And yeah, it's going to sit really low. So not a good look. It may have looked okay if it sat a little higher. It might have been pretty good looking, but no, it's not going to work. His hand, he does have interchangeable hands, which I've yet to point out. Fisted hands, um, and thwipping hands. No crawling hands, and that's kind of a not necessarily a shame, but yeah, it would have been really cool to see him with thwipping hands. I mean, not crawling hands. Yeah, he did have thwipping hands. So I'm just gonna put one in one, just to give you guys a quick look at that. And obviously, we're not going to be able to use these heads on any other body just because it's definitely not going to work. It's to the point of where I wouldn't even be able to show it on camera how it could possibly look. It's just not going to work at all. But yeah, not bad figure at all. Uh, Not really much to talk about, man. After the fact, it's just a plain figure. I think they're gonna give us another one at some point. Uh, I know that there's talks of another Into the Spider-Verse movie in the works. Not sure how that's coming along. Haven't looked into that, but yeah, not a bad figure. Really cool. Um, I've been seeing this one in the miles more than anything. Obviously, this is my set that I bought a complete set of. I got the entire wave with the hand ninja. I should have gotten a complete set. I mean, a whole case where I would have gotten two of everything. That would have been really convenient. But I didn't know if anybody was gonna want them. So like my son, I should have suspected that. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, looks like I'm gonna be picking up some more of these. I like them. I think they're worth it. Um, yeah. So I think the hardest one of this wave is gonna end up being probably the Gwen Stacy to find. For some reason, I don't see her as often as I've seen Miles and Peter. The other ones have been hit and miss. Like I would see them from time to time. But yeah, Gwen Stacy, the Hand Ninjas, people are gonna army build. Uh, Spider Frog, he's not up there. Spider Frog, oh my God, Frogman is not up there. But yeah. Anyway, that's probably gonna do it, man. Really good looking figure. Not much to really talk about, man. Like as far as the articulation, like we know it's gonna be hindered by the jacket. Uh, Double knees, double uh arms in the elbow, which is cool, and I want to say is new. We haven't seen that before. So with the stuff they're coming out to nowadays, it's kind of like Hasbro, dude. Like I don't want to hear any more excuses. And we know that there's budgets, and we know this, but we know it can be done at some point. That's the thing. Like at some point, we are going to get female figures with double jointed elbows, right? But then are they going to go back and redo a bunch of figures just to give them double elbows? You know what I mean? Or double jointed elbows, I should say. Like, come on, get real. But you know, there's some things that are going to be coming in the future that we're going to be like, okay, that makes sense to redo that figure and give it, you know, double jointed elbows or different feet. You know what I mean? Like they gave us with the Rogue, and you know, it was pretty much the same, but they got a different head sculpt, and the feet were, I believe, were a little different. Actually, no, that's a bad example because the feet were not different on those two figures. I'm looking at them right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. That's neither here nor there. As always, please like, subscribe, and take care.